Welcome to Stribling's New York. I am your host, Rob Taub, on WOR AM Radio 710 on your digital dial and iHeart Media station. This is a show about business, culture, people. We have a wide range of guests all the time, from authors, producers, actors, artists, restaurateurs. Today we have a director, Nicholas Brooks, as well as David Darcy, who is a well-known journalist and a frequent voice on NPR. My sister, Kathy Taub, who has promised me the deed to her Hamptons home if I bring her on as a guest. Dan Barash from The Low Line. And more importantly, we have a filmmaker, Nicholas Brooks, who I love Twitter, and I often talk about Twitter. And you can follow me on Twitter at Rob M. Taub. And just as I was going through Twitter a few weeks ago, I stumbled upon Nicholas Brooks, who is the son of renowned filmmaker Mel, and I learned from Nick's Twitter feed that he has a new movie called Sam. And where's our music for Sam? Here we are. This is by Martin Koch, and I went to the Sam website, samthemovie.com, and really liked the music, and I contacted Nick, and here he is as a guest on the show. Welcome, Nicholas Brooks.
Hello, Rob. Good to speak to you.
Good speaking with you. So tell us about Sam the movie.
Well, Sam is a kind of a dream come true, Rob. It had a long gestation. I was pregnant with the project for about 7 years before I gave birth to her. And, she's very, very near and dear to my heart. It's a story that I wanted to tell for years before, I finally got the chance to. So I'm very, very grateful.
Well, I've read some stuff about you. This is your sixth screenplay. You're directed this, and you're the co-author. And prior to this, you were a story editor.
Yes, I was a story editor with my dad's company, Brooks Films, for about 25 years, and I got to work on some great, great projects with my dad there. Stuff like The Fly, and a number of wonderful movies that we're really, really proud of.
Well, a lot of people don't realize that Brooks Films has produced a lot of other great movies, The Elephant Man as well,
and
The Fly.
True.
And they only connect it with comedies and stuff that Mel has directed, but obviously you have an interesting curriculum vitae as a setup for your own film.
Yes, absolutely. I should mention that I screenplay wrote Sam with John Gallagher. John is a writer-director, and he did a couple of wonderful films that I love. One is called The Deli, with some cool names like Chris Noth and Ice-T. And he also did Blue Moon with Ben Gazzara and Rita Moreno, and it was great, working with John to create that screenplay for Sam.
Well, so I also was intrigued by Sam because you have a really eclectic cast, but the two that really hit me, and you're going to have to tell us what Sam is about, of course. I don't want to be the guy to do that, but you had Stacy Keach, who's just been a favorite actor of mine, and I do a lot of voiceovers, so I've met Stacy in the voiceover world, and I saw him on Broadway, as I mentioned in our emails together years ago in Death Trap. But you have Stacy Keach and Morgan Fairchild, and then some younger actors who I recognize but aren't really familiar with their names. So tell us about Sam and what the movie's about.
Well, it's a gender switch comedy, and it is about a male chauvinist pig, a charter member of the He-Man Woman Haters Club, who wakes up one morning as a woman and has to see how the other half live. And it's a journey of a comedic journey of awakening and of maturation. And I hope for the audience it's a really fun ride, while all this is happening.
So who does Stacy Keach play?
Stacy Keach plays the shopkeeper. He's an elderly gentleman who dispenses some badly needed wisdom to the man who Sam, who then becomes a woman. And of course, Sam completely ignores his advice and his wisdom, and the wheel of karma turns.
Well, I noticed Stacy's in the trailer, so if you go to samthemovie.com, you'll see Stacy Keach in the trailer. So,
yes.
And who is the young guy that plays the male Sam, and who's the female Sam?
The male Sam is a wonderful young actor named Brock Harris. And Brock is a seasoned semi-regular on Major Crimes, and wonderful young man who I think is going to break out and be doing much bigger things in just a few years. So I feel very lucky that I caught him when, so to speak. He's handsome and he's incredibly talented, and the woman who plays Samantha is an incredibly gifted actress, just an absolute joy to work with, by the name of Natalie Knepp, Knepp. And Natalie, I don't know if I'm allowed to mention this, but she's the voice of Verizon. She does like radio spots and
yes,
other...
I'm very familiar with her voice, and I'm also filled with envy and jealousy. Because I would love a gig like that. So
yeah.
The other thing that I'm interested in knowing about the film is because I have so many other friends in the business that do the same thing that you do, and everybody talks about the giant tentpole movies and all of the superhero movies, and it's harder and harder to launch a small film today. And I see that you've been at film festivals. So what's the process, and when are we going to see this? So how can our 300,000 plus listeners here go to see Sam the movie?
Just 300,000? I thought you had a following.
300,001 with Nick Brooks. If you get the rest of your family to listen to it, we'll have at least 300,010.
Okay, that's good. But Rob, answer first. You'll be seeing Sam around June, July. We're working with a wonderful distributor by the name of Vision Films, and they're talking about a rollout sometime in the late June, July time frame. So right now, speaking of festivals, she's not in the Berlin Festival, but she's in the Buyers Convention that accompanies the Berlin Festival. So
got it. I'm very familiar with those as well.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Rob, was there another question? About the difficulty of making a small film happen. Well, my dad likes to say it's impossible, but somehow we did it anyway. And, I have to say a huge thank you to my dad, not only for, helping out with some of his guilt, but with his seichel, his wisdom, and his smarts and
you can't put
experience.
A price on that.
Exactly.
My son just saw your dad at the Kennedy Center.
Yeah.
For the Blazing Saddles this past weekend, and then there was a Q&A, and my son said it was hysterical as usual.
Well, I asked my dad about that just the other day, and he said he loved it. He said he's been doing a lot of these showings of Blazing Saddles in front of an audience, and he said he thought that the DC one was his favorite. He just absolutely loved the crowd and just the whole experience. So the fun was mutual.
Well, this has been fun, too. So I thank you so much for joining us, and we'll have to have you come back when we're closer to the release date in the
absolutely.
Summer. And,
sure.
Everybody go to the website, Sam the Movie, SAMTHEMOVIE.com, and learn more about Nick Brooks, Martin Koch, and the rest of the cast and crew of this really charming little film.
Thank you so much, Rob.
Film.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
It's my pleasure.
Bye.
Take care. Right. Bye-bye.